Okay, welcome everyone. Donna, I'm good. Okay. Okay, so having your feet hip width apart, whatever you're using to roll your feet is on your mat. Yeah, good. Palms facing forward, little soft knees as we inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Good, breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Let's do that a few more times. Letting it out the mouth, that sigh, even bringing in that pursed lip breath, pursing the lips, exhale, blowing the breath out, elongating your exhale. Keep allowing your knees to bend. There you go. Feel all of your toes reach and root into the ground. And notice which toes are maybe having a little bit of difficulty finding the ground, and which toes have an awareness of having to find earth a little bit easier. I notice for me, when I check in on my left foot, so really good, I offer that invitation to you to just go to one foot, especially if one side of the body is expressing today or having a little bit more sensation. And checking in on certain toes. I know for me on left side, my left big toe is elusive at times. And so I can feel a little internal rotation of the thigh bones coming in. And some of us might be a little bit more heel heavy. And so I want you to check in your heels. How are they rooting? Are you more on the outside of the heel, the inside? You feel the back part of the heel as much as you feel the front circle. And see if you can even your weight between toes and heel. Good. Most of us have felt our breath just instinctively moving in and out of the nose. But I offer that space for you to exhale out your mouth at any time that you need to. It's always there. I'll remind you, but also know to follow yourself if your body's not done exhaling. Just going to take a few more breaths as we just bring hands now to the abdomen. Maybe one on the lower belly, one on the upper belly. I just want you to notice each time you inhale, your belly expands under your hands. And each time you exhale, belly deflates. So inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly deflates. Feel feet, feel belly. Just noticing lower part of the body as we are passing through a full moon right now. So just wanting to start with grounding. Now keep one hand on the belly and move one hand up to just to touch your heart center. And feel feet, feel belly, but now feel your rib cage expand, your chest lift, widen. And as you exhale, feel the chest soften, the ribs gather, the belly deflate, and the awareness of your feet. Inhale, you'll feel belly expand, rib cage expand out to the side, maybe a slight lift of the chest. You might even feel a little elongation upward through the spine. And as you exhale, the chest softens, ribs gather, belly deflates. There's a dropping into the feet, the earth. Just do that a few more times. Feel the inhale, belly, ribs, chest expand. Ride the lift. exhale, sink down with the exhale. Feel the chest, the ribs, the belly soften. So some of us are feeling a little yawn coming in. So where the hands are the two parts of our nervous system that help us regulate the belly and heart. So the yawn is a way of us being signaled that we're slowing down. Good. And then when you're ready, over the next couple breaths, take your time. If your gaze was lowered or closed, open it and then release the arms, shake them out. And you're going to feel which foot wants you to foot roll first. So we're going to press down through whatever foot is your standing foot. We are going to feel the top of the head because we've been going into that. So some of you know it, you don't need to use your hands, but some of you it's new. So you're going to feel that circle of the back of the skull, and then just start to let your hands come forward until you feel the top of the head rise to its highest peak. Mine is there. And then press down through your standing foot and reach up through the top of your head. Notice the muscles engaging. Some of you might feel the transverse, which wraps around the back body to the front. There's a gathering in. And slowly, without doing a shift out into the hip, you're going to let the heel come off the foot that's coming off the floor while you keep pressing down and up. Feel the lower belly, keep drawing back. Feel like you have an internal line going up through the body as you lift that leg. Bounce a little bit, move around, find a focus point. And then we're going to roll that foot onto the dowel. Some of us are using the ball from toes to heel, rolling through. And I want to notice a little bit today as you're rolling. Hey, sometimes a tendency, so our femurs, you're thinking hip bone. Okay, this is the front of your pelvis. Okay, your ilium, you have a right ilium, a left ilium, and then your sacrum. And your femur bone, which is your longest bone in the body, it actually goes on a little bit of an angle. So you might notice, oh, one side tends to maybe externally rotate on the foot or you roll out. And sometimes we get back pain or compression in back body, especially if we lock the knees and we stand more with the pelvis forward. Other thought is sit bone. So I want you to think of a little bit today. You have one sit bone at the bottom of your ilium. I have mine here, and in the center is your tailbone. So I want you to try to think, if this works for you, to widen your sit bones, pull them apart. You feel how that internally rotates the legs a little bit? So if you get pain here, nervy, back pain, here, you could be squeezing your sit bones together, overly contracting your glutes and the pelvis pushing forward. So I'm kind of just resting. Sometimes I'll find myself when I'm like really focused, I'll find myself and I'll be like, oh my God, I'm totally clenching. And I'm like, relax, widen the back body. Okay, so I want you to feel a balance here. We're going to be balancing front and back body today. So I want you just to become aware of that. As you keep rolling through foot, you can do a little compression. Some of you know that you can do that compression and twist. You can wrap the foot over the ball or the dowel. Some of you, if you have the dowel, you'll do both at the same time. You can pump the ball into the heel bone or stand on the dowel. Good, yeah. Nice. You'll take your time to pause in between sides, so we'll all finish at different intervals. Just notice before you transition to the other side, what is shifted? Feel that now stable stability foot rooting down, lifting up through the top of the head. Feel the lower belly. There's a drawing back, but there's a lifting up that pulls you up through your center line of engagement. And that's what lifts the leg. Sometimes we have a tendency as we'll drop into hip to lift the leg. And then we're overly loading our hip joint. Never a good thing doing it over extended period of time. Good. So allow that other side to explore. Just take your time, just giving you space here. There's no rush. Just allow yourself to have a little bit of it exploratory. Notice when you feel a part of your body overly contracting, okay, soften, become aware of it, widen it, let it go a little bit. I want you to start to feel even spaciousness, but also even integrity through the body. Huh. There might be some areas where you just pause, you just hold a little bit of weight onto the ball or the dowel. And then you just wait. Wait for the fascia, and the plantar, the foot, to unwind, unravel. Notice if you're getting drawn back to your first foot or you want to switch back and forth, feel free. My body was just pulling me back into my first foot because I didn't roll as much. I'm just revisiting a certain area for me. I know my body grips. Hey, you take your time to finish your foot rolling. Whenever it's done, just move your ball or your dowel off your mat just so we don't have any tripping hazards. And I'm going to give you an option today. And if I give this first one and it doesn't feel good, then let it go. But we're going to bring our arms up as we inhale. We're going to interlace. And I want you, instead of going into a really tight interlace, to let the hands unweave a little bit. So it's a really soft, so almost like you're creating a hammock. And then you're going to place it at the back of your skull. So your thumbs can just be sitting on the ridge of the skull. And then the hands can create a little support. And then I want you to lean back into the hands, press the hands into the skull. Let your inner elbows, which are here, gather a little bit. And then I want you to feel your shoulder blades widen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good. Yeah. So you can feel maybe your pressure is only about 30 or 40%. The next thing I want you to do is here's your tricep. Yeah. I want you to think of reaching up to the ceiling through your tricep and your elbow. There you go. You feel that engage your lower shoulder blade? Hello, this is our, what is called our lower traps. Okay, the lower traps, their job is to anchor your shoulder blade down your back. So you might even feel, oh, my shoulder blade's a little bit more connected to my rib cage. Okay, so now we're going to take this into a side stretch. So don't forget about your feet because we're really focused on our head. There you go. Inhale. As you're ready, you just start to tip over to one side. So one elbow goes down, the other elbow goes up. Good. Feel that elongation. And then inhale back up, exhale over. Good. You flow at your timing. Keep a very soft, equal isometric leaning of hands into head, head into hands. So not too much that it's too effortful. Good. Keep aware of your feet, soft bend of the knees. Good. Just a couple more times. Yeah, you got it. You might notice as you keep flowing that you're becoming a little bit more looser, a little bit more hydrated. Good. So just even that out. Release it. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. Feel compression. Roll them back. Exhale out the mouth. Good. Inhale, press the feet into the floor as the shoulders come up, roll them back. Exhale, let it out the mouth, maybe a sigh. Beautiful. This is our rhythm. Just going back. Feel the compression and feel the release. Good. Couple more. Now we're going to switch directions when you're ready. So you're going to go up, forward, release. Let your feet be involved in pressing into the floor to rise you up to standing as the shoulders come up. And that exhale out the mouth to let go of anything that's no longer needed. Good. One or two more. More if you need, less if you don't. Good. Now we're going to shift to our last movement of the shoulders as we inhale. Feel the shoulders come up, squeeze, and there might be just a pause in the breath. And then as you exhale, let it go. Do that again. Press the feet down. Inhale, squeeze, hold, and then you drop when you're ready. Good. Just take yourself through another one, two more times. Okay, other option, inhale up, squeeze, purse the lips, and slowly lower your shoulders down as if you're blowing the air out of your shoulders through your pursed lip breath. Do that one more time. Feel any tension. Just slowly release. See if you can go a little bit slower. Good. Let your palms turn forward. Feel your feet hip width apart roughly. Equal the weight, toes and heels. Feel body for a moment. Reaching up through the top of the head, down through the toes and the heels. Feel your breath expanding and gathering. Okay, we're now going to take this into a forward fold. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch. Exhale as you bend the knees. Shift the weight back into the heels. Pelvis starts to fold forward. So the sit bones are rising up, but keep them spread. You can come down halfway, especially if you have any soreness in the back. You might even bend the knees a little bit. Stay there. I want you to exhale. Feel the front ribs gather in. And some of you know this as an SH breath, the shh. Good. Once you have that, you'll feel a little bit more containment in front body and a widening through back body. And you should be able to just let your arms go and dangle. You can do the breath a couple more times. Reach back through the widened sit bones, forward through your skull. And if you want to come down farther, this is optional. You bend the knees, you start to lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling. The spine follows the pelvis down. You feel the weight come back into the toes. Okay, arms can dangle. You can hold right hand, hold left elbow, left hand holds right. Let the elbows become heavy. Feel how that tugs on
the back of the ribs, all the way into your sacrum, your lower back. That sheet of fascia and back body that we're just releasing. Good. When you're ready to come up, you decide. So some of you might want to linger there a little bit more. When you're ready, you bend the knees a little bit. Root down. Now, you come up from the pelvis, not the lower back. So the sit bones start to go down. The torso just rises up. Maybe your arms come up. Exhale. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Hey, we've got a little bit of a fuller class today. So let's stagger a little bit on our mat while we do some swinging twists. You might even widen your feet a little bit more. So if your neighbor is forward, you go back. There you go. Good. Good. And slowly just feel that axial rotation go up through the body. And we'll slow it down. Okay, so we're going to go back into just freeing the shoulder as we've been doing over the last, yeah. I'm just being guided that we should grab a slimmer ball or the block, whichever one you want. My preference is the slimmer ball, so I always grab that first and put it in between the thighs. So you can go middle thigh. You can also feel closer to the pelvic floor. And for me, I sometimes get holding or tension here in the sacrum. And when I go closer to the pelvic floor, I can feel my thighs internally rotate a little bit. And I can feel the back body widen. Yeah, so squeeze the ball a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can feel that, right? Widening in the back. It's really nice. A little bend of the knees. So try not to lock the knees. Bend them. There you go. Good. Hey, so keep that softness. Anytime you bend your knees, your pelvis has to modify by pushing forward, which is going to create back strain. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, you can feel that, Dawn. I can feel you kind of bouncing. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna do a little flow. Sorry, I'm just getting a little intuitive, talking a lot. It's like, shh, quiet. Okay, so just for a second, I can't take it all in at once. Okay, so we're gonna go into a squat first. And some of you will try it without the wall, but if you're feeling that you need the wall, you might move towards it because we're gonna go upward as well. So I'll show it from the side. So we're going to exhale. And when you squeeze the ball, I want you to try to keep your sit bones wide. Sit them back and down. Good. Bring the torso back a little bit so you feel your heart lifted, energy reaching up through the top of the skull. Sit bones reaching down. Good. You'll feel your toes as your arms come up. Imagine that you're holding a little ball or a bigger one in between the hands. Just pause here for a moment. Good. Try bringing your feet a little bit closer together, Carol. Okay. Feel the difference of that? So it was, for you, you had like that. And so it was kind of creating like a pigeon toe knee. So check in that your feet and your knees are tracking over your second and third toe. There it is. Yeah, exactly. Now we've got it. Okay, so arms are going to come down. You're going to keep internally rotating, squeezing the ball. Bring your weight into your toes and see if you can press down into the toes to lift the heels up. And it might even be just an up and a down. Some of you might find if you're towards a wall, you can use it. But I want you to think, pull up through the top of your head, press down. Good. Come back into a seated chair. When you're ready, go back up. So press down to let the heels lift. Strengthen through lower leg. There we go. Good. Yeah, good job. That was a good recovery, Candace. Come back down. Yeah, that's a much better alignment for you. Yeah, I can feel that. It's allowing, but one more time up, the internal and external rotation to balance for you instead of the muscles on the outer hips overworking for you. One more time down into chair. Good. Okay, so from here now, you're going to keep the ball squeezing. Now we're going to go into the arm. So keep that alignment through the body as you just start to swing one arm. You choose. Doesn't matter to me which arm you choose. Just go slow. Hey, as the arm goes back, you can let the body turn a little bit if it wants to. Keep squeezing the ball gently the whole time. Okay, and then the arm might loosen up. You might feel your range of motion increasing. It doesn't have to, but you might even feel a circle coming in. Notice which direction you're going. Which way does your body feel a little bit more comfortable? Yeah, switch, go the other way. And you've got your toe spacers on, Megan. Can you feel your toes reaching over them? Especially right foot. I'm just curious. Over the toe spacers, you feel it more on the right foot? Try to bring that same integrity into your left foot. Yeah, there we go. It's better, right? Okay, so feel as you are going from side to side, you're switching, going forward and back. So this shoulder for me doesn't want to go in a full rotation, so I'm not going to push it today. I'm just going to allow it to be. Good. Okay, we're going to take the slow-mo ball out when you're ready. Good, and I'm gonna just turn around so you can see it. So we're just gonna feel the movements of the shoulder blade again. So shoulder blades. Okay, so I want you as you bend your knees to squeeze the shoulder blades together and just breathe for a moment. Just notice what that feels like. Those muscles that you're contracting right now are your rhomboids. Okay, so if you find yourself, let's say, I find myself, so just relax them for a moment, you're sitting at a computer and you start to do this, right? That's the muscles that aren't working for you, right? So when you're sitting somewhere and you're doing something and you find yourself kind of rounded in a kyphotic spine, you need to squeeze the shoulder blades together. So just go into a little bit of kyphotic curve, squeeze the shoulder blades together. It doesn't have to be too much, right? You can find a balance of effort. Yeah. So you just kind of feel, okay, there's a place, right, that allows you to feel open, balanced front and back body. Okay, then I want you to notice when you widen the shoulder blades, that's your serratus anterior muscle. It's on the side of your ribs. So there's your widening. There's your gathering. So anatomically, we call this retraction, protraction when we widen. So just go back and forth a couple times. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, widen your shoulder blades. There you go. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, widen. Now, when you squeeze your shoulder blades, notice, can you feel the whole ridge of your shoulder blades? Can you feel the upper part of the shoulder blades coming together? Aha, yeah, there we go. A little bit different. And then release. Good. One more. Squeeze it together and let it go. So we chronically hold a lot in those. So just before we go into feeling the shoulder blade just move up and down, just want you to think of your nose. So chin on a ledge, nose just is going to draw a little circle. Let your nose draw a circle. We're just moving into the neck for a moment, articulating the middle upper part of the cervical spine with the skull. If you get a little dizzy, pause, open your eyes, go the other way. Okay, your nose is the one doing the circle. Sometimes when I feel neck tension for myself, I'll pause and just do a little circles with my nose. Good. And then just do a little nod of yes. And very gently do a little movement of no. Let your breath be fluid. You're only going about halfway in the no. Good. And then just feel one shoulder blade on your back. You can do whichever one you want. And you're just going to start to draw the shoulder up and then release it down. And draw it up and release it down. Do it a couple more times. Draw it up, squeeze it, let it drop. Draw it up, squeeze it, let it drop. Bring the breath in, draw it up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Do one more on the side. Okay, now do your other side. Draw the shoulder blade up, shoulder comes to the ear, let it go. Now notice, does one shoulder work the same as the other? I don't know about you, but mine don't. I can feel one side, right? A little bit tighter, a little bit more stuck. Bring the breath in. So sometimes we do, a lot of the time we do both shoulders, but sometimes it's nice just to isolate one side and go, what is happening? Right? What's happening on one side? Because when we do both, it's really hard to pay attention to both at one time. Okay, so we're going to, okay. There's a lot of calling in today to do a little bit of fascia work at the wall. So we have enough wall space. Most of you have your inflated ball already. I also want you to look at, do you have a ball to roll at the wall? So that might mean a pink ball. It might mean a spiky ball. You've got that, you've got that, you've got that. Yes, and there is wall space. Donna, where are you going to go? You're going to go right there. Thank you, Megan. So you can go there. There's also another space up here. I've created one space here, Kevin, as well. There's a space up there, and there's also a space here if we need it. Okay, I'm going to tuck that in for you. I'll get it for you. I know, it is nice, isn't it? And it's a nice, everyone's got a ball, right? Okay, so just put the ball on the floor because you don't need it. You need your big slow-mo ball. But before we go in, I just want you to find a little alignment. So you can just hold your ball in between your legs for a moment. So have your foot about a half of your foot distance away from the wall. There you go. Good. Now lean your pelvis against the wall. Feel right hip, left hip. And then I want you to feel both shoulder blades against the wall. So you don't have to pull them back. Just relax the arms. Just let the shoulder blades become heavy. And then see, as you reach up through the skull, widen your collarbones, feel a little bit of lift up through your sternum. So lift up through your sternum and see how far away your head is from the wall. So you're not going to pull your head back. You're just going to see, does it touch? Good. What happens when you turn your palms forward? Does that change anything? Do you have to keep readjusting to feel heavy pelvis? Okay, so I just want you to notice what's touching and what's feeling a little bit hard to keep connected. And then just push your fingers against the wall and just move yourself away and just see, how does that feel if I'm to keep that awareness of feeling as if the head, the shoulder blades, the pelvis is at the wall? Was there something that needed to come in for you? Okay, then you're going to take your slow-mo ball And some of you can keep the mat there. Some of you can move it away. Okay, sometimes I find these mats, they slide a little bit because we've released the stick. You're going to put the slow-mo ball behind your back. And so it can be middle back, lower back. Yeah, just wherever you feel. And Emily, I just want to let you know you are on video. Are you okay with that? Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I just wanted to let you know so that you gave consent. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so pause, let your feet walk away from the wall. This is a little bit farther. This is maybe about 1.5 to 2 feet. And then you're going to start to roll down. So as you come down, I want you to check in with your alignment. Are your knees going over the second and the third toe? And you can just roll up and down the spine. Yeah, there you go. Good. Keep looking straight ahead if you can. There you go, Donna. Yeah. Yeah. You okay? Okay. Sometimes I find the mat is best not. I'm just going to be off camera for a moment. You just keep rolling. I'm going to grab 2 more balls. Good. Now, see, does your body want to go a little bit side to side? So, is there a certain part of your body that maybe's holding today? So, you can move the ball. You can take it. For me, my lower back, the thoracolumbar fascia is coming in. So, I'm just going to go there for a little bit. Yeah, good. You might even feel a little bit of side of the waist. You can roll down into side of the hip as well. So you can move the ball into the back of the ilium and the sacrum. Ah, have you done the ball rolling against the wall before? I can see how inflated it is. I was actually thinking it needed more, but okay, well, we'll leave it there. So you're good then. I would see, you could see how mine is a little bit more, right? Yeah. But if you're feeling like it was not like too much, then I would leave you where you are. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you can go up higher. Just notice the slow-mo ball has a texture of grip on it. It's specifically designed for the fascia, which is what we're working on, the muscles in the fascia. So when you go higher, notice your hair because it will grab any hair and pull on it. It's never fun. Okay, so if you got longer hair, good. Good. Ah, there we are. Is this one that you do at home, like throughout the year at all? A good one for you, I think, right? Yeah, yeah. So in those times when we don't see each other, right? Yeah, yeah. Good. Huh. Good. We're all feeling what's going on. Yeah, okay. Good. You've got some of you that, the minute we get here, you're like, oh yeah, and you've got your rhythms, and you guys are all like, oh yeah. Some of you know we're like, yes, we're doing ball rolling today. I thought since full moon, right, was here, I was like, we need some fascia, right? We need to get the nervous system regulated. This one kind of crept in a little bit. So you can stay with the slow-mo ball. The slow-mo ball heats the tissue. It spreads the rolling over more circumference, so it's less pinpointed. But at any time, you're more than welcome to move to, my preference is a pink ball, or I have some balls that are tennis balls, which would be called like a peanut that are taped together. There's 2 here in the center of the studio. So feel free if you want one to grab it. Yeah. Okay. Megan, I was thinking of you specifically today. Yeah, right. Yeah, so I was kind of doing like a pre thing. for our session. So hold on to those nuggets. Yeah, but I'll go through it with you. Okay. Yeah, but things that you'll notice in today. I think so. Right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. So you can have the ball going top of the shoulder, the two that are taped together, which are really nice. Um, you might, this one's up for grabs. You can put it to the left or the right of the spine and roll here. You can also put it so either ball is on either side of the spine. This could be something that you can make so easily and travel with. Isn't it? Yeah, it's hockey tape. Yeah, and they're two tennis balls. So I go that way first, and then I just fill it, right? So there's nothing showing, and then I just go around the center at the end. Super simple.
Got lots of things.
I think so, right? If you don't have hockey tape, let me know because I can bring some, and you can make it. Just let send me a message and remind me on Saturday because that's when I'm in with you guys. Good. Does anyone want the two? Want to try it? Okay. No? I'll use it then. Ah. Okay, how we doing? Okay. Peggy, you're in a happy place right now. I'm like, I just feel the like joy and ease, and then your whole body is just like, yeah. So you might find some of the tools that we did today sing in your body, and your body goes, this is for me. Okay, then you're gonna take it home with you. If you don't have a slumber ball, we sell them here. Okay, they're really inexpensive. It's only a $20 investment to get one. Best tool you can have at home. Yeah, like it's amazing. I know you just deflate it. You can inflate it to any, size. I know when I drive for long periods, I'll inflate it and I'll put it behind my shoulder blades, and then I'm like driving, or I'll deflate it and I'll put it in my lower back. And it just allows me to sit nice, or if I'm flying, right? Because it just goes into a pancake. It's nothing. Yeah, like I never leave home without my slow mo. It can act as a pillow on the plane. Yeah. How do you inflate it? Yeah, so you would remove the plug. Yeah. And then when you buy one, it does come with a straw that you can blow into it. But once it's your own, I would just remove it and just blow into it with your mouth, right? Yeah, yeah. And so we have them at different inflations in the studio. So all the inflated ones are a little bit different. Right. But once you get to know them, you're like, oh, I know I can like bring it all the way down and I can roll on it. Yeah. So you can also take, if you're feeling tight, the ball to roll in the outer hip as well. So it can be side of the hip, back of the hip. Yeah, good. And this is your kind of tool here. Option from on the floor to standing. Okay. Variation. So maybe you're at work. You have something, right? You have the two balls, right? You can have it at your desk and then just get up from time to time, right? Yeah, right? Just go to the wall. Foot roll under your desk, right? Yeah, yeah. Good. Laurie, you doing okay? Yeah. Is it? Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Yeah. So just doing that shearing technique, right? On the IT band. Yeah, it's not as much because it's so, especially if it, like what you're saying, I feel there's a lot of sensation for you, right? So lying on it, it's not great, right? Yeah. So here you can control your pressure a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And at times too, you can even feel, okay, does the foot even want to go down? Yeah. And then you can kind of play a little bit more softer, right? One thing with fascia is the more that we can relax the outer flesh, the easier it has to roll. Okay, so we're kind of playing a little bit with the iliotibial band. I'll show this one just because it's kind of fun. So we had a little bit of iliotibial work. And so putting the ball, so iliotibial band, so the tensor fascia latae, the band of fascia goes all the way down and connects into your tibia just below the knee. So you can have the ball on the iliotibial band and just rolling a little bit through it. Whew, it's pretty tight. Uh-huh. There's a nice little hip one. I like that. You guys are so inventive sometimes. Hmm. So sometimes we're pulled in different areas. So funny, I was going to do a standing flow, but I'm like, ah, it went out. I don't have time. It's all good. This is more important. Okay, so if you've done one side, check in and do your other side of your iliotibial band because we are going to move on. There's a couple other things I just want to do on the floor. We should move to the floor. Amazing. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, I could patent this. They are called, you can get them. Yeah, they're called peanuts, but I just make them. They're two tennis balls, and then I just go to Canadian Tire and I buy hockey tape and I just make them. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes if yeah, right. They're really easy to make. Um, as we finish up, as I say that, all of your bodies go, no. You all said, you all yelled at me at the same time. It was awesome. I was like, okay, okay. I know it was so cute. Every one of you said the same thing to me. Okay, a couple more minutes and then we're gonna move on. Hey, no, sometimes we've been focusing legs, but you can also focus on arms. Okay, so if you need to, you can put the ball through arms. You can also, one of my favorites too, is putting it on the chest, and then you can move and turn your head. I like to turn it away from the ball. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Yeah, your pec. Yeah, pec minor. Welcome to your pec minor. Yeah, it gets really tight, doesn't it? Yeah. And you've been moving around a lot and carrying a lot of things, right? Yeah, yeah. So it would be, pretty tight. Yeah. And so all of that stuff we talked about in the athletic stuff, we're putting it into practice right now. And you're feeling it. It's a good class to come to. Okay. How you guys doing? Yeah. Maybe in the fall, I'm just getting this feeling now. In the fall, how about I do a little offering of a fascia ball rolling little workshop? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Invite me. Yes, for sure. Yeah. 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 Grab my contact info and let me know. Yeah, for sure. I totally could. Yeah, I could do it. I could also, you can come join online because I do it online at the same time. But if you want me to come, I'm willing to come if you want to. Okay. So I'm gonna pull you away from the wall. Yay. But you've located quite a few tools today, right? Yeah, that you can take away from class and maybe feeling not so tight in the back anymore. Yeah, great. Some areas maybe that we're feeling a little bit held, right? Or a little bit softer. Because our nervous system is embedded in our fascia, when we hydrate the fascia, right? When we roll it, we offer the fascia a way to untangle and rehydrate and become spacious, and then it can kind of communicate and morph and change what it does, right? And the nervous system is threaded through. So when we don't feel so contracted, our nervous system just feels a little bit more spacious, right? We have a little bit more space to handle something. Because if we're feeling really tight and we're in pain, that's fascia contracted. And something happens, you're like, all right, you go straight into sympathetic. Because a lot of your sympathetic nerves are closer to the surface of the skin. So if you're tight, you're going to easily move in your nervous system towards a fight or flight stress response. But when you're more hydrated, you have more space in your body and your mind to receive something and go, okay, this is happening. I can pause, I can breathe, I can choose to just be here and take this in. Right? You don't automatically go in to fight or flight. Okay, let's transition to the floor. So you're going to find a spot, top of the short end of your mat. Now bring palms forward. Find a soft bend of your knees. Good. So you want to be at the top of your mat. So I'm going to get you to come all the way forward. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so bend the knees a little bit. There you go. Yes. Ah, Philomena, you can see that's yours right there. That bending of the knee, that changes you from taking it in your lower back. Okay. So I just want to make sure that you feel that in you. Right? Ah, there you go. Hey, notice how you feel. Just breathe. Feel that expansion, inhale, softly gathering, exhale. Notice what's changed, what's shifted. Really important after we do a little tool or practice, just to pause. So I do these little check-ins where I ask yourself to notice what's changing. Okay, bring your hands up so the palms meet right in front of your sternum, your chest, your heart. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Press the feet into the floor. Inhale, rise up with the arms. Exhale, bend the knees. Move back with your pelvis first. Then lift the sit bones up. Hold forward. Good. Feel the weight even out on your feet. So not just heels. Bring the toes into it. Let your head go. Feel your breath widen. Inhale, gather. Mm-hmm. Good. Bend the knees, bring your hands down to the mat. So your hands are quite wide. So your pinky, side of the pinky should be touching the outside of your mat. Okay, plant the hands when you're ready. Step one foot back, nice big step, other foot back. You're in that inverted triangle, which we know is downward dog. Pushing the floor away, elongating the back body, reaching the pelvis up and back to the wall behind you. Walk it out, bending one knee, releasing the other heel to the floor. Just feeling the back line lengthen. You stay here for as long as you want. Okay? If you want to build a little bit of strength, you can push the hands into the floor and then maybe one foot. So both hands, maybe right foot. See if left leg, just foot wants to come up. You can even go with just a bend. Keep lifting up through your pelvis. You can elongate the leg if you want, reaching it up and back in the air. Little strength. Bring it back into a bent knee, lower it down. Remember, if it's too much, go down onto your hands and knees. Bring the other leg up. Bend it up and back. Hey, if being on your knees is not comfortable, just shift your hips over to one side and come down to the floor on the side body. You guys stay up there for as long as you want. Good. If you're not going into child's pose, you can just stay seated. If you're in child's pose, you can widen the knees, Bring the pelvis back to a place that feels okay on your knees. And go into a little lateral stretch if you want. Okay, if you feel better seated, you can do your lateral stretch seated. Good. Let your arms transition from side to side. Feel a few breaths come out your mouth. Yeah, there you go. Feel earth. We're on the ground. Let your body arrive. Come back to center when you're ready. Either arms extended forward or arms can be beside your pelvis. Arms can even extend forward. Bring the palms of the hands together and lift the forearms, hands up to your upper back. And take 2 or 3 more breaths here. And we're going to sit up for a moment, roll over onto one hip. Just bring the legs forward. I have a couple things coming in. Emily, that's yours. Gonna sit on the slow-mo ball. Okay, so you can have it as you lean over onto one hip, just sit on top. You can put it behind you, roll up on top of it. We're just gonna do a little pelvic floor release. I know it's tricky. Sometimes you're like, I got it. Okay, you got it. Okay, so knees bent, hands on the floor to start. Some of you know this and you can feel the down and the up and you can feel a little containment and you don't need the hands. Okay, and you're just gonna roll. We're just gonna release pelvic floor. Because a lot of the body got a release today fascially. The pelvic floor has been calling and calling and calling. Okay, pelvic floor, there's part of our abductor, outer hip muscles that fold into the pelvic floor. So when we release pelvic floor, we sometimes release the other hip at the same time. And so some of us might be connected to our pelvic floor. Some of us might feel a little deadening of sensation in one side. So this helps to enliven it. It helps to nourish it. You can roll and feel the back. You can go into the hamstring connection, which is sit bone to the hamstring. Yeah. Do you need more inflation? Are you okay? I'll get you a different bowl. This one feels a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I'm back on my mat. How's that one feeling? Yeah, I think there's a little bit of pelvic floor. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Okay, so I'm going to come back down with you. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. And you're going to roll forward. And you're going to be sitting down. So I want you to come all the way forward until you sit down on the floor. So keep coming forward, keep coming forward, keep coming forward. There you go. You're sitting on the floor. There you go. So all the way on the floor, Donna. Come forward. Yeah, come towards me. Yeah, roll forward. So here, you're here, right? You're going to actually go off your ball. So you're going to roll. See how I touch the floor? There you go. Yeah, perfect. Now soles of the feet together. Okay, good. Now we're nice and lifted, right? Got our little pillow behind us. Okay. So let's pull the feet a little bit closer And then I want you to line up all the toes and the heel. And then I want you to exhale and press the soles of the feet into each other. You can feel that connect into the pelvis and the pelvic floor. Yeah, and you might. Okay, in this arch. Okay, interesting. And it's so painful. Yeah, to do it. Okay. If you have too much discomfort, you can massage through the inner arch. Okay, you can support a knee if you need to. So you're going to press and then release. Exhale, press. You feel your inner thighs engaging? Yeah, release. Okay, this is feet to pelvis. So some of us have connection there. Some of us, maybe one side doesn't work so well. Okay, yeah, good. Press the feet, release. 2 more times. Press, release. Good. One last one. Press, release. Good. Let the feet come a little bit farther away. So you've got a diamond shape. Gonna fold forward with pelvis. Exhale. Pelvis comes forward first. Hands slide down to the feet or to the side. Releasing outer hips. There we go. Yeah, and some of us feel this a little bit more than others. Yeah, you can feel right hip a little bit tighter for you, yeah? So I'm gonna mirror you. So if this was your right side, right? And then this is your left. I want you to try to lift your left side. Yeah, there you go. Because one thing that happens, if we have one side, I have this as well, that when I release, one leg is higher than the other. So one goes deeper and one stays up. If you always let that one side go deeper, this side that's lifted will never get a chance to let go. So what you can do is you can take your bolster and support left leg for you. Yeah, yeah. And that's encouraging it to be a little bit higher, right? And then it gives a chance for that other side to release. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Can you feel a little bit of a difference of that? And then if you want to release that leg, it's actually really level now, but you can move the bolster a little bit away a tiny bit as you keep checking in. Am I at there? There. Now you're at the same height. Yeah. And so it is an interesting one when we're always letting one side go deeper. Yeah, there you go, Megan. So you're right, higher, a little bit higher. It is a little, you would support left. Yeah, here. Okay. Just a little bit left. Yeah, there it is. And then let right release. Yeah. And so just wanted to play a little bit. Okay, so there's a lot of inner arch tightness. That's your medial arch. So when you get cramps, if you get a lot of foot cramps, you need to be massaging this line out more. I know. Yeah, right? So medial arch, more when you foot roll, more focus there. Yeah. Okay. And sometimes just even massaging your feet, right? You can use your hands to massage through the big toe line. I'm getting guided too. So sometimes when we get tightness, and we're going to take a couple more breaths and come out here, I'm going to log it because one week we did our little big toe work. We're going to bring that back again. Yeah, Peggy, I think, is the best at that one. I'm like, I'll let you do. I've been practicing since we did it for over a month, and Seamus and I do it in the backyard together, and I can finally get my toes, my big toes, to move independently from my little toes. It's been a process, but I've been practicing so I can demonstrate it. Okay, so release it, shake it out. Bring the legs together. Let's lie down.
Hey, make sure you have your slow-mo ball and your strap close by. Once you roll down, oh, this is gonna feel so good. Ah, so feel yourself meet the floor here. Notice if when you meet the floor, you want to draw the legs in to the chest, roll around. Do you want to just keep the feet on the floor? Do a very soft wiper? Do you need any support behind the head? Yeah. It was really interesting. I had someone in class the other day say to me, "Oh, can we just lie down in Shavasana for the whole class?" And I said, "Yeah, but Shavasana never feels as good unless you've done the work, right?" Ah. Okay, we're going to end in leg stretches today. So you're going to have beside your left hip either your inflated slow-mo ball. Some of you might also want to use your block, the 4-inch one. We're going to bring right leg up, externally rotate it, circle it a little bit. You're going to have your strap here. So you're just going to circle right leg, just releasing through hip. Go both directions. Then as you keep it externally rotated, you can put the strap around the upper part of the foot, so the big toe mound, the transverse arch. So I'm demonstrating that on my foot. As you extend it up towards the ceiling, slide your hands down the strap so your elbows, back of the triceps hit the floor. Left foot is attentive on the ground, so there's a little pressing into the floor of the left foot. Bend the right knee a little bit. Okay, now you're going to notice if your hands want to grip a lot on the strap, I want you to try to soften them. I want you to push your foot up into the strap as you gently tug on the strap. So there's an evenness of pushing and pulling here. Okay, we're going to exhale. We're going to just go right into lowering it down. And then press the foot in. Inhale, exhale, lift back up. Good. Lower down. And back up. Don't let that left big toe, left inner heel come off the floor. Both sides of the back of the pelvis and your sacrum are heavy. Let the lower back release. Good. Just bringing some fluidity here to the body. Okay, the next time your leg comes up, you're going to check in with that left leg. So we're going to bring the strap and the leg over to the left. So we're doing a twist. So sometimes if we don't want to go all the way down, we can support that left hip with the slow-mo ball. So more support, you can put it underneath closest to the hip. Less support, you can drag it out to the middle of the thigh or the knee. Or some of you, as you exhale and you take the straps in your left hand and you cross the right leg across the body, you might bring that left leg all the way to the floor. If you can, press the left foot a little bit into the ground. So that's your third, fourth pinky toe into the ground of the left foot as you extend through right. Good. Another option is to put the block on top of the left thigh, right thigh rests on top. And so as you reach out through your right leg, you can pull the thigh bone of the right leg in towards the hip socket. And so there's a balance once again of in and out. And in time, you might be able to softly release the strap. Arms can be in a T, or right hand can be on right hip. Yeah, you got it. Nice. Open up if you want. Releasing, hold back line, reach down through your sit bones, widen them. So your sit bones are going to reach to the wall, behind you, away from you, up through the top of your head. Remember, you can come out at any time. We're just going to take 1 or 2 more breaths here.
Okay, you're gonna release some of that support. Press the foot into the strap, come up. You can bring left foot up. Let's go into widening both feet into the strap, nice and wide. Bend the knees. Let the lower back press into the floor. So what I want you to do is pull down on the strap, but press your feet a little bit up into the strap. Notice your lower back press into the floor and then rock. So if you're going to grab hold of ankles and you're not going to use the strap, or you're going to grab feet, I want you to pull down on feet and press the feet up. That helps to merge your lower back into the floor. You can rock, you can hold, breathe, breathe, breathe. We're just releasing areas that are commonly held, especially around this full moon. When you're ready to release, you're going to pull down on the strap, feet slide together, right foot sneaks out, comes down to the floor. Right knee is bent, strap around left foot, elbows on the floor, soft hand. Take a moment to exhale, bend the left knee. Think heavy. Think when you were at the wall and you felt head, shoulder blades, pelvis, then you're lowering leg down. You might exhale. Sometimes I inhale and then exhale and lift back up. Good. Find your flow. Yeah. Evenness of tugging on the strap, pushing the foot into the strap. Right foot stays attentive. When you're ready, you're going to pause. If you use support, on the other side, you can move anything over. Support the right hip if you want, or just exhale, let that left leg come across. Good. I've got a wall here, so I'm just going to use it. Press right foot into the floor if you want a little bit. Notice that the left thigh is reaching out, but you can also pull the left thigh bone in towards the hip socket. So you feel it out and in. This will engage your inner core line a little bit, and some of you may be able to release the strap. And you can put the block once again in between, on top of the thigh. So the top thigh, which is your left, rests on top. Feel your breath. Some of you've got your arms in a T. Release the shoulder blade or whatever shoulder blade into the floor. That side of the body, which for most of us is our right, heavy. Remember, if it's too much to stay in, you can always come out and go back in. Beautiful work today. When you're ready, you'll know. No rush. If your body says, oh, I just want to be here for a little bit longer, then you stay. Those of you that are ready to come up, you're going to bring that left leg up, sneak the right foot in, go back into baby pose one more time. Remember, bend the knees. Okay, tug down on the strap, push the foot up into the strap, or if you hold the ankles or the feet, you're going to pull down on the legs or the feet, press the feet up, do a little rocking, try to get that lower back into the floor. We're just spreading, lengthening, releasing. Okay, so we've touched the whole body now. And our fascia release. So when you're ready, you're going to pull down on that strap. You're going to slide your feet together. You're going to come out. And then you're just going to ask your body, is there something I need? Do I want to lengthen my legs and just be flat on the floor? Do you want to take a bolster and pop it behind the back of the knees? Do you want to put it under your pelvis and extend the legs in the air, or put your feet up the wall? You choose. We have gone 5 minutes over class already. I apologize for going a little bit longer. Just really wanted to get that in. Are you okay? Is to go a little bit longer to finish our class today. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to sneak out. So Carol's going to go out. I just wanted to let you know. I'm like, we're already a little bit over. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like, there's a little bit longer. Yeah. Good. You can leave all your props there. I'll take anything else left. Good. So once you felt yourself on the floor, just going to hear Carol and I walk through the studio. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out your mouth. Ah, feel yourself arrive. Inhale, exhale. Ah. Notice the feeling of your body on the ground. Gonna hear the door open and close, and I'm just gonna relock it. I'm gonna walk back to my mat. Notice the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Allow on the next exhale to drop a little bit heavier into those areas. Let your breath just follow its own rhythm now. So, however you want to breathe, just let the instinctual nature of the body and the breath come in. And just let yourself be a witness. You notice yourself here, just releasing control, just simply being. Feel your wholeness. The poem that came in today is about the moon. The author is unknown. And just like the moon, you shall go through phases of light, of dark, and everything in between. And though you may not always appear with the same brightness, you are always, always whole. And just like the moon, you shall go through phases of light, of dark, and everything in between. And though you may not always appear with the same brightness, you are always, always whole. I'm gonna be here for another minute or so.
Slowly let your awareness and your attention just follow your breath into your body. Feel your expansion and notice it leave the body, soft gathering in and release. Expansion through inhale and the gathering as you exhale. Taking any gems from the practice with you and listening for when they arrive to nourish your body and mind. Softly wiggling through fingers, toes, arms, legs, maybe taking a yawn, creating a little contraction, a little tension through the body, the arms, the legs. And then exhale, just letting it go. You might do that a couple times, just creating a little contraction, reaching up, reaching down through legs, contracting body. And exhale. Feel free to do that again. Ah. You take your time to release any support that is needed, rolling to one side. And slowly coming up to seated and knowing that I'm in a cross-legged, this is not where you need to be. You can always just have the legs straight. You can have them bent. You can have them extending. You can pull one leg in, whatever you choose. Arms out to the side, palms forward to end our practice as we exhale out the mouth. Inhale, reaching the arms up, gathering in energy. As the palms touch overhead, exhale, receive that energy as you draw a line in front of your face, your throat, your heart, upper, lower belly. You're going to do it again. Inhale, gather up what you need. Receive it. Exhale. One last time in your timing. Pause your hands and this descent at your heart so your thumbs rest around your sternum. Your sternum heart lifts gently into your thumbs. Your head may bow. Eyes can be softly opened or closed. Just feel as we all rest in our heart. We feel the element of air nourish our body, our mind, our spirit. Just be right here in the wholeness of yourself. We revel in the sweet moments of the practice before we lift the head, open the eye. Thank you for sharing, for playing, for having some fun today. Hopefully you all feel a little bit better on this full moon.